In Palau, we love our birds. Birds have inspired us, fueled our imagination and creative spirit, and are entrenched in the stories of who we are as a people. Birds are represented in the stories of our gods, our migrations, our money, and feature greatly in our most iconic rituals. For a small species, birds pack a big punch. Birds are splendid creatures. Did you know that there are over more than 11,000 bird species in the world today? And of that number, 158 of those species are recorded here in Palau. And of that 158, 12 of those birds are endemic to Palau, which means that they exist only here and nowhere else in the world. Birds, especially forest birds, are important to our lives. Forest birds are seed dispensers, and they are instrumental in growing our forest. And we all know that healthy forests are important in the water cycle. They store groundwater and slow down water flow, reducing erosion and sedimentation, which can have big problems on our coral reefs. Birds are great, but their population is declining, which can mean big problems for us. This is what I know. Birds are just as important today as they were to Palauans in the past. Our forest birds are in danger of declining, of disappearing. Development leading to forest degradation and loss, poaching, and climate change are impacting our birds for the worse. We cannot afford to let trends continue as they are. If we do, we run the risk of losing our forest birds altogether. This is why we need to manage our forest birds with a forest bird strategic plan that, once implemented, can begin to address threats to these birds. A strategic plan whose goal is to improve the conservation status of Palau's forest birds so that the forest ecosystems can continue to be functional and productive is a good place to start in our efforts to care for these birds. A strategic plan would have to include objectives that do the following: protect the habitat of birds, manage and restore forests, the existence of an enabling policy environment to reduce poaching, monitoring and research so that we have data to inform management measures, and then strengthen bird and environmental stewardship in the citizens, particularly our youth. Drafting and implementing a plan to improve the conservation status of Palau's forest birds is a good thing. It's a good thing for the birds, for the forests, reefs, and for us. Thank you.